Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are back and better than ever doing another speed build for my Newcrest revamp file that I've been working on all summer long, as most of you know. We are finally getting to a small house for once. I have been building like the biggest lots, which is hilarious because when I set out to do this project, I was like, oh my god, what am I going to do when I get to these giant like 50 by 40 lots? Or like the neighborhood with all the huge lots. And that was the first neighborhood I finished. I did all the ginormous houses like right out of the gate and had a lot of fun with it. And then this base game house like took me forever. For those of you who join me on stream, and if you would like to check me out on stream, it is in the description box down below. But I actually built this on stream with the help of you all and your opinions, which is very fun most of the time. And I had a really good time. This house ends up being a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. As you can see, I'm making it bigger here. That doesn't stay. That does not stay. It was either the extension or the little gabled roof thingies. And I like things that are pretty. So I got rid of the extension. And I also was going to try to do a 2-bedroom, but the house right next door is a 2-bedroom starter home. So I ended up saying, fuck it. We'll do a 1-bedroom. But with this being completed, and my last modern farmhouse build that should be up by the time you're watching this, if not, it'll be up right after. I have completed yet another neighborhood, and we are almost done. If you want to check out the rest of the little playlist that I have from my Newcrest revamp with all of the houses and all of the lore that I built in the houses, then you can check out the playlist that I will have linked at the end of the video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're like wanting to follow along. But if you're not wanting to sit through all of that, I totally understand. I will be doing a large kind of like walkthrough of the build and the worlds, because I did not build any of my community lots on stream. Mostly because I'm not very good at building community lots. That was like a 4 a.m. like I'm half tired, I'm doing my thing kind of build. So I'm going to go through all of that. I'm going to go through a lot of the storylines I have in the game. And all of the builds that you will see are available on the gallery. I'm trying to figure out how to go about making just a save file that you could download and put into your game. But bear with me, I'm not very technologically gifted. I watch a lot of YouTube videos and do a lot of trial and error. For those of you who've been following my channel for a while, you know there was this phase for like 2 weeks where I was having so many issues with my audio. It wasn't even fucking funny. Yeah, that's an example of how I have to figure things out, trial and error. But I figured it out, and now I don't touch my audio at all because it works. I am grateful to say in this starter home I was actually able to use something other than like the plain base game, like cheapo counters, which is always important to me. I managed to get a TV in here, not a computer though. So like, sorry about that. But all in all, I think the house is actually very cute. Kind of more traditional sense of the house. This entire little neighborhood I ended up doing is actually more on the traditional side in my personal opinion. But I do like it. And I'm pretty sure this could qualify as a tiny home if you delete the porches, if you have the tiny home stuff pack. Because what a fucking life hack with the double skill gain and whatnot. But anyway, my friend Kelly has been staying with me for a few weeks now. Most of you know that if you've been following me on TikTok or just listening to me randomly talk in my speed builds or my Let's Plays. And she had her wisdom teeth taken out. And I am so jealous of her because when I got my wisdom teeth taken out, I cried a lot and I was much poofier than her. And I wasn't even in that much pain. I was just very emotional. Fun fact about me, so my best friend Dennis picked me up from the actual appointment. And then I told him, I was like, hey, if you pick me up from my appointment and like drive me there because my mom was working at night, she couldn't take me, I will like buy you a case of beer. Well, I got this twisted in my head, so he picks me up from the appointment and I'm a little loopy. And I proceeded to tell him, I was like, okay, let's go buy this beer. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, let's go buy some beer, like let's go party hardy. Because I was feeling real good. And then when I got home, my mom was home from work by the time I was finished. And I did a front somersault over the sofa in the living room. And then proceeded to like millywop in my living room. And my mom laughed at me, which hurt my feelings. Not because it was mean, but because I was being very sensitive and I was a little out of it. And then we're like vibing for like 45 minutes, and then all of a sudden I just start to cry. Couldn't tell you why. I don't remember being in any like real pain or anything, but I did start to cry, and I was live, laugh, loving. Did I have to get rid of my appliances? Ah. I built this a few weeks ago on stream, like I said, so honestly, some of this is not ringing a bell. I do know I ended up making the entire thing smaller, and debug landscaping is our friend when it comes to this build. We could not pay for regular landscaping because we wanted to be pretty. We wanted to have like nice furniture, so we had to do what we had to do. But all in all, I don't think it turned out bad. I think it matches the neighborhood really good. And that pink little starter home you see, it's pretty slay, so check that out as well. I can link that at the end of the video, but again, it's in my Newcrest revamp save file. But the debug landscaping is literally what saved our life. It's pretty simple. Oh, that was a stripper pole. No one talk about that. But honestly, I'm not the best landscaper, like, in actuality, so no one come for me, because remember, on this channel we are sensitive. But I was able to like find little flower boxes and actually make the outside look really nice. And I believe I got a few skill building items. I believe I got a couple planter boxes and an art easel. You know, at least in my opinion, I think art is one of the absolute best fucking skill building items you can get. Very lucrative. You can do it at home. I make my Sims do it until I drop or until they drop. All in all, I'm just finishing up with some painting, just like last minute details. This build came together quickly because I had to cut so much out of it. I literally, no joke, spent probably an hour and a half on this build, which is kind of embarrassing because I build a lot, if you couldn't tell. But because I build a lot, I can knock things out really quickly. This is a basic house shape. I've probably built this exact house before, like in some manner, shape, or form. That was me just getting rid of the foundation so I could put the flowers and stuff closer to the build without it looking like ugly. But I took forever doing this, and granted, this is the first time I've ever built on stream and like filmed it just so I could also make a video out of it. But moreover, like, deciding to make the house smaller took me a while. Having a budget took me a while because I've been going crazy with the non-budget houses. It's like a double-edged sword. I'll do a limited pack build, but I will make a house that's 100,000 simoleons and 2 bedrooms. I don't give a fuck. And, you know, I do my very best. I'm trying to remember exactly what I called this build. Oh, look at me painting the walls for once. If you guys hang out here a lot, you know I don't be painting the walls till the very end. I've been trying to be better about it in my recent builds because it really bothers some people. And I get it. There's no real reason I do it other than the fact that, like, it's just what I do. I know I'm not the only one who builds that way, but I want to see what the vibes of the room are. Oh, I as you can see, I'm trying to get some decorations in, so I put some postcards. Like, I think I probably put some snow globes too. I was like, fuck it. How do we make this look fuller than it actually is? Oh, I swapped it around. That was a smart idea, Tiana. This is a smart idea, past Tiana. Did I put a desk in? Oh, yeah. Look at me putting a little desk in. I was like, I got money. I'm going to do this. I got a computer in this house. Guys, I don't mean to tell you that I'm superior or anything, but I'm clearly, like, one hell of a builder and budgeter at this point because computers are a hack. We don't have the cheapest TV. We do have the cheapest appliances, but you know what? Had I not had those little gable thingies in the roof, we would have had nicer appliances. But, you know, it's a give and take. I have been so into the green lately. Here are my little planter boxes. This is just the last of the last. I know a lot of you are probably worried about how buzzed around we are and, like, but don't worry, we are about to enter the game to do a real-time tour, which is one of my very favorite things to do. I know I normally have a sim living here with like a storyline, but because I want the save file to be able to be something you can play in, there's actually not a sim that goes into this, so you guys can move into it right away if you were to download the save file and just start playing ASAP. But with that being said, let's jump into the IRL. Alright everyone, so this is the final product of the house. As you can see, she's cute, she's darling, she has a grave in the backyard. A lot of you were probably wondering about that in the speed build, as was most of my stream. So basically, if you've been watching the Newcrest revamp, the Castillo family has taken in a family friend after his parents tragically died, and basically when I was trying to kill his parents, so when you load into the game, he actually has like the real lore. When you click on his family tree, his parents are dead. I cheated and I accidentally killed him. My bad. And I did it on this lot. So we're just gonna like leave it like here, I guess. And we'll make it part of the build. But as you can see, we've got some lovely planter boxes and an easel, some flower beds, and then we'll check out the final little thing. It's gorgeous, it's green, it's cute, it's little. It's very traditional for sure. Then of course we have a little bit of a bedroom with a computer, I might add. And of course this bathroom. I know a lot of people were worried about my choice of tile here, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I fucking love this tile. I think it's gorge. I like how bright it is. And then we have a little back porch and just a little sitting area that I thought was really cute because we did not manage to fit a dining table in here. So you still have one. And of course, my favorite of all favorites, this little debug car. For those of you who don't know what debug is basically a catalog of items for things that you can use in-game, like cutting boards or other things like the trees in this world. They're like not as highly pixelated. They're not real items. So your Sims will totally walk through these bushes, the car, all of these plants because they're not real items, but they are free, and that's very important. And if you want to get into the debug catalog, you just hit bb.show live edit objects, bb.show hidden objects. I think that's right. But I can write it down in the description box below for you. But if you had fun building with me and you would like to check out more, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, you know I love when you do that, and drink your water, be nice to each other, and I will see you guys next time. Bye everybody.